Well, fewer people filed for unemployment benefits in the week ending May 11th than the week prior. Broadly speaking, layoffs are at historically low levels, and it comes amid growing signs that the labor market is gradually cooling off in the U.S. April added the fewest number of jobs in 6 months. And these days, looking for a job means shooting your resume into the proverbial black hole of the internet. According to our next guest, nearly all Fortune 500 companies use AI screening tools in hiring. So how can you get a leg up on the competition and outsmart these AI tools in your job search? I'm joined now by Hilke Schellman, who is the NYU professor and author of The Algorithm here. Great to have you on the program with us. We're seeing the cover of your book there on screen, and our viewers, of course, perhaps going to be looking that up, as well as all the algorithm changes that we've had to monitor over the course of this year. All that considered, back on topic of how you can best beat AI in that job search. What are some of the top tips that people can really put to practice?
Yeah, thank you for having me, Brett. And I know, it's really tough finding a job because there are all these job platforms, right? Like I'm sure a lot of folks have sent their resume to LinkedIn, Indeed, and never heard back. And I think we need to throw out the old age advice that a lot of people got is like stand out, have two columns and different colors and images. None of that. Today, it's very likely that your resume will be read by a machine, so it has to be machine friendly. One column, very short sentences, crisp, clear. Any quantitative data, super helpful. You saved your company $5 million. You have supervised people. What's also helpful is to think through, have a separate skills section, for example, because a lot of companies look at skills first. And I've talked to a lot of recruiters who, when they go on job platforms, they put in like, I don't know, software developer, New York, and Python, and that's a skill. So put all of those skills, including soft skills, in your resume. I've also heard from people who now use ChatGPT, as helpful to them. So they may use ChatGPT to help them generate a cover letter, help them with their resume. I always caution people absolutely proofread your material, right? Because obviously we know that ChatGPT hallucinates, but I think it can be helpful, especially for folks who have a lot of anxiety. And I think it's giving folks some agency back. And also, I would always say, like, it's probably never you. Like we know from data that it takes hundreds, often thousands of applications to find a job because recruiters and HR managers get thousands of applications often per job. And you can see often the statistics on the job board. So don't be discouraged. It's just a numbers game. I think a couple other things that I have is like if you had a larger than 6 month employment gap, if you were freelancing during that time, maybe make sure it covers that time because we know that some AI tools throw people out who have a longer than 6 month employment gap. So I think those are kind of like pretty easy things to guard against. I think you can also use some services online like JobScan and others where you upload the job description, you upload your resume, and it will tell you how much overlap probably in an AI tool would infer between the job description and your resume. So aim for like 60 to 80% of overlap. If you have 100%, that might be a problem because the AI tool may assume that you just copied the job description, which you wouldn't want.